Hi friends, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. Here's what we're discussing today. Wow, did I ever pick a bad week to take off? Where do I start? The Trump immunity case, Chevron deference, Grants Pass, all of these things coming up sort of all at the last minute was really a surprise. My wife kind of took me by the hand and said, we need to chill out for a week down in Florida, just take it easy. And I believed her. I really did. I thought that sounded really great. Of course, when we got down there, I found myself working outside, trimming bushes and everything else for about 3 hours every day in 100-degree heat. But, I did get to rest when I crawled back inside and collapsed, so that's good. In the process, of course, I wasn't available to do, immediate reviews on some of these cases. So I wanted to sort of let you know where I'm going with some of this stuff. First of all, I'm going to dig in on the Trump immunity case first. I think that is a very poorly understood case. I think most of the people who have been commenting on it on both sides of the aisle don't understand it. Don't understand what's at the heart of it. Then I'm going to do Chevron deference. That's the second case. Again, that has the potential to reshape your federal government in ways that will probably be beneficial to most people. And then third, the Grants Pass case, where the Supreme Court quite reasonably said, no, you don't have an absolute right to camp on public property, even if they don't have enough beds for you, because that's not cruel and unusual punishment, and it's not criminalizing status. So those are the three cases that I'm going to start with. And then a fourth case I plan to get to, if I have enough time, is the case that involved free speech and the government's ability to suppress free speech on social media. I think everybody understands that case very poorly as well. I will get to all of those. And then we have the Baldwin trial coming up. Now, as you know, that's where he's charged with involuntary manslaughter. The armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, has already been convicted of involuntary manslaughter. They are seeking to convict him of involuntary manslaughter on a slightly adjusted theory, different from that of Hannah Gutierrez Reed. So what will happen is the jury selection is going to start on Tuesday. They may have opening statements either Tuesday or Wednesday. And if at all possible, I'm going to try to live stream the trial if I can make it work. It may be that I am so bad at that the president of Google comes down himself and says, please stop, you're embarrassing yourself. Worse, you're embarrassing Google and YouTube. But hopefully that won't happen. I've been working on this, been trying to get this down, so I'm definitely going to try to do the live stream on the trial if I can make it work. And then in addition, I've had a couple of requests that I intend to get to, and that's sort of where we're going. It's going to be an interesting summer. It's going to be a summer where we're going to see a lot of interesting cases resolved. As you know, the Adelson case is coming up this summer. That will be a lot of fun to cover. I still can't believe the woman booked tickets to Vietnam and then thought she could get away with it. But at any rate, we'll see what happens in that case. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all those things that everybody asks you to do. And then, if you would, try to do somebody a kindness today. And it doesn't really matter how big a kindness it is. In fact, let me tell you a story. My mom always said that kindness is never repaid, it's only passed on. And that a lot of times when you hand out kindness, you get kindness in return. So when my wife and I were busy working out in the yard, my wife was trimming the hedges and I was trying to clean up stuff around the garage and do all that kind of thing. The people who had rented the house next to us, because we live in a community where there are a lot of vacation rentals, had come from Texas, and they didn't have any floats for the ocean, and they didn't have any life jackets for their kids. And when my wife saw that and realized that, she went over and offered them the use of our life jackets for the children while they were there. And that was something they gladly accepted, and they also accepted the floats. We wished them well, didn't think too much more about it. And then the next day, as we were getting ready to sit down and eat, our next door neighbor came over and brought us fajitas that they had grilled on their barbecue grill over there. And he had a homemade salsa and little corn tortillas. And oh my goodness, that was without a doubt the best beef I've ever had. I understand there is a chain of butcher shops in Texas that makes this pre-seasoned fajita meat. And if I live to be 100, I'm going to find that place and order some meat from there because it was absolutely wonderful. So he gave me those. We chatted a little bit. And then on July 4th, when we did a lot of barbecued ribs and potato salad, and I made some barbecued beans, I made a double batch of all of that, and I took a rack of ribs and some barbecued beans and some potato salad over to them, and they brought us a steak, which again was absolutely out of this world. I mean, beyond anything I'd ever had in a steakhouse. That guy could cook and have his own steakhouse, and he would be amazing. But at any rate, simply doing a kindness, hey, feel free to take these, make sure your kids are safe, turned out to make a great relationship between two people. And when I go to Houston, I'm going to look him up because he is just the salt of the earth kind of guy, a guy I really enjoyed meeting and talking with and sharing food with. And you know, when you have an opportunity to do something like that, it is an outstanding thing to do. If you have the opportunity, who knows, maybe some of that kindness could come back to you. Please feel free to do that. And then come on back down here tomorrow and join me at the beach, and we'll find something else to talk about. If you like this video, here are a few others you might try, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a terrific day, guys.